This is Andi Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm delighted to be joined by promoter Bob Arum out here in Las Vegas. Bob, how are you doing?
Really good, really good. I can't wait to see this fight because it epitomizes everything that's good with boxing.
It certainly does, Bob. We just obviously saw them come face to face for the first time there. A few words exchanged. Did you hear what was said?
Yeah, it was something about excuses, don't make excuses. These are two gentlemen, but obviously they each burn with the desire to win, so that's hard to suppress. But you would always want athletes to conduct themselves the way these two guys have.
As we get ever closer towards fight night, Bob, what do you think will happen? Are we expecting war come Saturday night?
I think it's going to be a great, great fight. It'll be tactical in part. These are two really good boxers, good athletes, each with power, each with determination. This is a real battle. I mean, this is going to be fascinating to watch, particularly for people who love boxing.
You spoke about the pandemic up on the stage, Bob, but just away from that, coming towards hopefully the end of it now, seeing shows like this return, what does it mean for yourself to bring an undisputed bout to the world?
It's like coming out of a dark tunnel and seeing sunlight. It's not quite bright enough yet, but it's getting there. We've got to get out of this pandemic, and we've got to realize that with so many people vaccinated, that the threat of COVID has been diminished. So I believe that starting in June, we're going to be able to do fights for 100% capacity, and that's good. Some other states other than Nevada have already started that. So I'm looking forward to the future. We've all been through a battle. It's like soldiers coming out of a war. You know, doing these fights in bubbles with no spectators, with just money going out to stage the fights. Forget what the fighters were getting paid, and no income from a gate to offset it. That was very, very hard, not only for us, but for promoters around the world. So we see now light at the end of the tunnel.
Bob, the show is on Fight TV back in the UK, but was you surprised that it wasn't picked up by one of the main broadcasters in either a Sky Sports or a BT Sport?
Well, originally it was going to go on a lot later. Now it's going to go on earlier so people can come back and home from the pub and watch the fight. So it is what it is. Fight TV is a good organization, and they'll be showing this on pay-per-view.
Bob, we finished an interview a couple of days ago, and I think within 20 seconds of that interview finished, you received a phone call with regards to a heavyweight title fight. It certainly shook up the world. Just firstly, your reaction to these past few days and coming to terms with Deontay Wilder winning that arbitration case.
Well, listen, you know, I'm going to use an analogy that the Brits might not understand. You know, if you're playing baseball and you have an honest, competent umpire, and he's calling balls and strikes, and the pitcher throws a ball, and the umpire calls it a strike, he's wrong, but he's honest, and he's competent, but he made a mistake. So I believe this is that kind of situation. I believe that the law and the facts were on our side, and that Fury could go ahead and fight Joshua. The judge, the arbiter, saw it differently. That doesn't mean he's dishonest or incompetent. He just saw it differently. So it is what it is. So now when you get knocked down like we did, you pick yourself up, and Tyson will do that, and will fight Wilder on July 24th in Las Vegas.
Will that fight 100% be next, Bob, or is there any chance that Deontay may step aside?
No, there's no chance that he would step aside. He doesn't want to step aside except for a number that makes it totally preposterous that the fight can continue. So whatever it is, the judge said that he had a right to the rematch, and we're going to go ahead with it, and it will be July 24th here in Las Vegas.
What's Tyson's reaction been to the news?
Well, Tyson wasn't very happy, but, he's a man. He's a fighter, and it is what it is, and he's going to take out his frustration and anger on Wilder, and he tells me he's going to knock Wilder out quicker this time than he did last time.
Eddie Hearn said that he was previously told that the arbitration case wouldn't cause any problems for yourself. Now, how much of a surprise was it to have that case go in favour of Deontay?
Totally unexpected, totally out of the blue. I think it was a wrong decision, but it is what it is. And we're men that live in a society which have laws govern us, and part of those laws are when a judge or an arbiter makes a decision, even though we think he's wrong and we don't like it, we follow it. I mean, it's as simple as that. Does it make me happy? No, but I'm not going to blame anyone for the result.
Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk seems to be in the pipeline now. What are your thoughts on it?
I like Usyk. I mean, unfortunately, I would like to see Joshua win to make this match for the winter between Fury and Joshua. But I give Usyk a hell of a shot with Joshua. It's a good fight, and the people in the UK, I think the fight will be in the UK, are in for a very, very good fight.
If Joshua and Tyson both come away successfully from their bouts, are you confident we will see AJ Fury after both of those next bouts?
Yes, absolutely.
When do talks kind of begin again with regards to all of that, or where did things stand after the news broke?
I don't think it's going to be difficult after they both win, if they both win, to renew talks. I think we've been through it. We know all the ins and outs, and it'll come together rather quickly. At least that's my hope.
Okay, Bob, final word for everyone who will tune in on Saturday. Just let everyone know why everyone should tune in and watch this amazing fight.
If you like boxing, if you even care a little bit for boxing, you want to see this fight. This is a real fight with two very close competitors, I mean, one has 2 titles, the other has 2 titles. They've beaten everything that's been in front of them. I mean, this is what boxing is all about. This is a great, great fight. I don't have to sell the fight. I mean, anybody who knows anything about boxing knows what a great fight it is.
Bob, thank you for your time this week. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
My pleasure.